बाबा कहते हो यही बच्चे मेरे ताज तुम्ही, नैन के नूर लाडलो मेरी आवाज तुम्ही, मेरी दुनिया में तेरे दम से उजाला, तुम्हारे साथ का अनुभव बड़ा निराला है।
तो हमें भी बहुत अच्छी लगती थी। तो हम दोनों क्लास फेलो थे और एक ही दोनों इकट्ठे पढ़ते थे, आते थे, जाते थे। तो इसलिए एक क्लास के लिए क्लास फेलो हमारी मामा थी। तो अब ये भी ड्रामा है। तो मुझे बिल्कुल याद है कि 1936 की बात है, 1936 की बात है, 36 की बात है, मुझे जहाँ तक ख्याल है। क्योंकि 1934 में तो अर्थक्वेक हुई थी और कोयटा वगैरह की तरफ। तो मुझे वो कोयटा की अर्थक्वेक याद है। कोयटा सिंध में एक बहुत बड़ा अच्छा शहर था। ये जो सूखा मेवा आता है ना, ये खुरमानी, किशमिश, ये सब कोयटा का मेवा कहा जाता। तो इसलिए सिंध में ये कोयटा का मेवा सस्ता मिलता था उस टाइम में। बादाम, खुरमानी, ये सब कोयटा से ही आता था। तो कोयटा में अर्थक्वेक हुआ था, इसलिए वो याद है। तो 1936 में मैं ये पढ़ती थी, कहा कि मैट्रिक, जिसको 10वीं कहते। तो उसी टाइम ये दिवालियों की, दशहरे की छुट्टियां मिलती है, 20 दिन। मुझे याद है उस टाइम में भी 3 सप्ताह छुट्टियां मिलती थी, वैकेशन होती थी। हैदराबाद गर्म मुल्क तो होता था और दिन में तो बहुत गर्मी में, मई जून में तो बड़ी गर्मी होती थी, परंतु दिवाली में इतनी गर्मी नहीं होती थी। तो छुट्टियों में हम थी, तो छुट्टियों में तो बाकी भी टाइम मिलता था, तो मंदिर में जाना करना होता था। तो सवेरे सवेरे हम थोड़ी उस टाइम में, दिवालियों में ठंडी शुरू होती है, हम सोई पड़ी थी अपनी पलंग पर। तो मुझे याद है कि मेरे सामने एक सुंदर बगीचा देखा। अब मैं कैसे ज्ञान में आई, पूछा ना, मैं बताती हूँ। एक बहुत सुंदर शाही, बहुत बड़ा शाही बगीचा देखा और उसी बगीचे में बहुत चारों तरफ लाइट ही लाइट थी, बहुत सुंदर लाइट थी। और उसी चारों तरफ जैसे कोई लाइट के बीच एक सुंदर बगीचा हो और दूर दूर बड़े फूल फल ऐसे लगे। अगर मुझे याद है तो वो बगीचा, अब मैं एक बात सुनाऊं, मैं कभी चाहती थी ऐसा बगीचा मैं कब तो यहाँ इस टाइम में देखूं। तो मैं जब ऑस्ट्रेलिया में गई, वहाँ एक जगह बहुत बड़ा शाही, जैसे ग्रीन गलीचा बिछा हुआ हो ना, बहुत बड़ा बगीचा था। वहाँ बरसात होती है ना, बहुत बड़े शाही ग्रीन ही ग्रीन लैंड। मैंने कहा ये तो मैं जैसा वहाँ स्वर्ग का बगीचा देखा। तो उसी बगीचे के बीच पहले लाइट आई। उस लाइट के बीच से छोटा सा श्री कृष्ण, राधे नहीं थी, सिर्फ श्री कृष्ण बंसरी लेता, नाचता नाचता कूदता। वो बहुत दूर से नाचता 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 वो मेरे समीप आया। तो जब वो मेरे समीप आया तो आप सोच सकते, बहुत मुझे खुशी हुई। इतनी, परंतु मैं नींद में हूँ, अब सपना है या ध्यान है, पर मैं सोई पड़ी हूँ। तो वो मैंने देखा कि वो मेरे बहुत पास में है। जब पास में आया तो मैं बहुत खुशी में उनको देखती रही, बस खुशी में। तो जब मैं उनको बहुत खुशी खुशी में देखती रही तो उसी के पीछे एकदम सफेद वेशधारी फरिश्ता आया। तो छोटेपन में सत्यनारायण का व्रत रखते थे और उस टाइम में सुनाते थे कि भगवान बूढ़े वेश में आता। सत्यनारायण का व्रत रखते हैं ना, आप लोग जानते हैं ना, वो सत्यनारायण का व्रत रखते हैं ना। सत्यनारायण भगवान कहते हैं वो बूढ़े बूढ़ा होता। तो जब वो मैंने श्री कृष्ण के साथ वो सफेद वेशधारी फरिश्ता देखा तो मुझे ऐसे लगा कि जैसे भगवान सत्यनारायण को मैं देख रही
को मुस्कान मिले, जैसे हो गुलिस्तान खिले, होठों को मुस्कान मिले, जग को जीवन दान मिले, आए गम की ना हवाएं, देते रहो दुआएं, नहीं अवगुण को मन में धरना है। प्यारे बाबा तुम्हारा यही कहना है, प्यारे बाबा तुम्हारा यही कहना है।
Om Shanti. Become an embodiment of success. Keep the account of actions and thoughts clear. When you keep the account of your actions and thoughts clear, then you will become complete and an embodiment of success. If you are not able to clear your own accounts, how will you settle the accounts or karmic bondages of others? Therefore, whatever has happened throughout the day, finish that with the powers of knowledge and remembrance, with willpower and controlling power, and keep your register clean every day. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 23. Become an embodiment of success. Today's topic: keep the account of actions and thoughts clear. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Everyone is okay. Everyone is happy. Yes, very good. The Prakashmani story is wonderful, right? She had been sharing with us about some of her good qualities, that I never tell lie, or I never stole anything, but also now she is sharing about how she had these beautiful visions of a garden and Sri Krishna. And I was mentioning to everyone should really write their own story, because we all had many, many beautiful things. So every Baba's child has a beautiful story. Sometimes we don't share much, but it's good to share. Good to write, actually, if possible. When account is clear, one feels very light, because then there is no obstacle and no bondage. Because from time to time, certain things, because of karmic bondage and very subtle obstacles, which could be internal. The karmic account can be through wasteful thoughts. You don't want to think, but thoughts keep coming. So there is some account there. Otherwise, why it should bother your mind? So it could be mind, sometimes it could be through words, whether my habit of speaking in a way which is not very much liked by people, or it could be others saying things which are also not very pleasant. So it's the karmic accounts which is created and settled through words. And then it comes to actions. So that is why Baba has all these maryadas, these principles and knowledge, so that we protect ourselves and we keep clearing what already had been also created from the past. So today Baba is saying, when you keep the account of your actions and thoughts clear, then you will become complete and also embodiment of success. If you are not able to clear your own accounts, how will you settle the accounts or karmic bondages of others? Therefore, whatever has happened throughout the day, finish that with the powers of knowledge and remembrance. With willpower, controlling power, and keep your register clean every day. We know we have to keep register right. So today Baba is saying, what I did today, because that's what I can clear, right? Because today's connection is with yesterday and also with tomorrow, right? So maybe what I happened or I did few days, that could emerge also. Memories of the past, So one of the best ways to clear at the level of thoughts, they come in your mind, and I don't have to think that way. Sometimes it passes our thoughts, comes in our words. But actually, if we could settle, and that is why one of the greatest method Baba has given us, to have good wishes for everyone. Even we are helping the soul, even whatever is there with the soul, between me and the soul also. Just have good wishes. If you have any other wishes, then again account will continue. So to clear account is always have good wishes for everyone. Good feelings, good wishes. Sometimes there is this fear. I have good wishes and pure feelings. I am not taking care of whatever the situation is. So there is very subtle fear of not having good wishes. That means others also will tell you, you must think that way, you must say that way. But we have to be careful. I cannot say it, I cannot do it because I don't want to create account, but I want to clear it. So best way really is, even someone is wrong, but I don't have to keep thinking. Because more I think, more I create, right? So clearing is really good wishes. As much good wishes we have for everyone, we are clearing. And so whatever Baba is teaching us, we have to apply. And that is why Baba is saying power of knowledge. Understanding, because I know that there are two concepts. One is sit and talk. Other is just merge it. Some believe in merging is the way to settle. And some say, no, until we sit and talk, we won't be able to settle. But then it will become our habit, right? Anything which you are repeating is a habit. So even if you have to say something, then be yukti yukta. You know. Our words still have to be good words, decent words. So it's very, very subtle how when there is a account, kind of your thinking words are governed or controlled by all that account. You want to be nice, but doesn't work out. You don't want to say, but still you just say it. It's like you are compelled to do it. And that is sanskar. That is your karmic account. So every day we watch that. It's all scenes of drama also. But we have to remember that I have to clear my account, not create more. Right? Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, dear Mohini Didi, welcome back. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you too.
Yeah.
Because you also were away for quite a while.
Same Zoom, but are you happy to be back on this side of the world? Okay. Not much more. Well, we're happy to have you here. And for you, you are in the world. So anywhere in the world is where Baba puts you, it's fine. So as you know, behind the wall here, I have a magic garden. And this is the new little flower for you. Whilst my jasmine are taking rest, there's a beautiful, it bloomed in the living room. So it's a beautiful little yellow flower. They look like little sunflowers. So welcome back to North America.
Thank you. I thought that you bought them because they are so beautiful.
They are beautiful.
It's from your garden. Wow.
Yeah.
You must really be taking care of, with love. You take care of flowers, plants, right?
Or maybe they're listening to Avyakti Parivar when I'm connecting and they feel blooming. You know, I was listening to what you were sharing earlier, and you answered already a few questions I had, not questions, but I was reflecting as well. And I really found that what you were sharing in the last 10 minutes, it was almost like an Avyakt Murli, you know, about don't create more account, by settle your account by keeping good wishes. That will be the title of the Murli. And so it was very nice. Really appreciate, very practical for me. I need to hear that. So thank you. It's very nice. As you know, I'm also reflecting. I still keep reflecting on what Baba is really doing, how he keeps himself busy. And you know, in the Murlis, Sakar Murlis, Baba and Brahma Baba comes with very entertaining expressions sometimes. And we don't know if he's joking or if he's real, but he said, you know, today he was saying, by receiving Ravan's love for half a cycle, you have become monkeys. And by receiving God's love, now you're becoming deities. So I never thought of receiving Ravan's love. And I thought, this is interesting. Do we receive Ravan's love?
Ravan loves us, you know,
Yes.
because when we are in body consciousness, then Ravan really tries to, but you know, temptations and attractions and temporary attainments, all that is Ravan's love, because oh, you might get this, you might get this, you will become popular, and many, many subtle desires are fulfilled. And that is Raman's love. Raman says, oh, I will also give you something. It's that it's not only God gives you. And that was the whole story of Ram and Sita, that this golden deer, Sita was attracted and finally got separated from God. So when Baba says we have story of Ramayana, the proof of that, how then Sita was kidnapped by Ravan, and then Hanuman had to go and rescue her. So that's what monkey and deity and Raman and Rama story. It's really something very interesting too, that sometimes little temptations in life can separate you from God. And they are little, like some people when come to knowledge, they don't want to change dress. Some don't want to change food. Some don't want to change lifestyle. Little things which are more gifts from Raman. And they keep attracting us. And even today, there are a lot of people, they are not able to pass with honor because of these temporary gifts which they get from Raman. So we shouldn't accept gifts from Raman. God is giving us a lot of gifts, and that is God's love. So no temptations, no attractions, and we get deceived.
Baba says you're receiving that love for half a cycle. So maybe we need to ask a divorce now with Ravan to say, I don't want anymore your love.
Yeah, because one thing what Sita did is never entered the palace of Ravan. And she sat under this tree outside. And he came so many times that to just come in, and many he scared her, loved her, gave her temptations. You will be queen, you will have this. But she said, no, no. And that is why actually she was safe, right? If she would have accepted any offer, then what would have been her life, no?
So do you think this is the sign of some very special souls, that they can say that even until the end of Iron Age, they didn't really enter the kingdom of Ravan, and they stayed under a tree of reflection, or that they didn't really go into Ravan's kingdom?
Yeah, Dadi Prakash Mani's experience definitely gives us that she, as number one soul amongst us, had that she didn't accept anything from Ravan until last minute, whether it is praise, whether it is deformation. She didn't accept anything. And that's what she's saying, I never did this, I never did this. Very interesting, her life story.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe many of us have some of that kind of story too. Yeah.
On Thursday or so, there was another expression Baba was using. You may have been asked about it, but he was saying, I can make anyone poor and I can make anyone wealthy. And this too is a secret in the drama. So I know many were asking, what does he mean? He can make anyone poor? That's not a nice thing to do. So I'm sure you will have an explanation on what does it mean.
So one is poverty through what we call as money, right? But one is this whole thing of internally never feel satisfied, never feel fulfilled, always feel something is lacking, I'm not being loved. All that actually is what I call as poverty. Insolvent kind of attitude, insolvent. We don't have this, I don't have this. I never in Brahmin life said this. I remember one time when Dadi Janki said, God's child can never say, I don't have. But how can it be possible? So it must be the Raman, no? Or it must be poverty. So insolvency, when Baba says solvent and insolvent. So poverty, when generally when we hear rich and poor, We always think about money, right? But there is dignity, there is speciality, there are good qualities. That is richness also, right? You are a kind person, you are a loving person. That's your richness, right? And there are some, they don't know, can't appreciate. So that's their poverty. And that's where we should really love them, have mercy on them, and be nice and kind with them. You know, I
But
was telling,
why would Baba say? He said, "If I wish, I can make anyone poor, and I can make anyone wealthy." Why would he say that? If I wish, I can make anyone poor.
in the sense of no one should have ego. And when you have ego, then you can be punished in some way. And that is where, it's like with Brahma Baba, he was very loving and caring. But to be friendly with Brahma Baba, you needed some qualities. Everyone was not friendly. Some saw him like, okay, he's Baba or he's Supreme Judge or he's Sadguru. But very few were like friendly with Baba. And Baba was very happy to be with them. I mean, he will be with anyone anyway. But there are certain qualities in us by which we can be very friendly with Baba. So I think what he meant that acceptance by God is very important. Now somebody took money or a gift and to give Baba or trying to please Baba, it won't work. But if you have a pure heart, you really go with lot of bhavana and lot of love. That's why in path of bhakti, they believe that even for Rama, that this old lady was sitting with the berries and the Rama will pass and I will offer. And she tasted every berry to see if it's sweet for him to eat. So someone said, how can he eat something which has been tasted? But when he passed, he did eat and change his whole life. So that bhavana, which is very subtle, and that is where he works. And if you do it with pure bhavana, you will become rich. And if he doesn't accept your berries, you can't be rich, right? So what he means is acceptance. If I wish, that is of course up to him if he accepts or not. But it's really our own bhavana.
Bhavana,
Yeah.
interesting. See, I would have I churned, but my churning didn't take me there at all. So thank you. I was still spinning the milk, but it didn't turn into any butter or anything. So
No,
thank
but
you for.
look at your flowers. It's
Yes,
your
they come out. They come out very
no,
nice.
it's your pure bhavana to offer it. It's pure love that they blossom. They don't blossom everywhere in everyone's home. So it somewhere you have very deep pure love of offering. And that is what is really, I'm just saying it just now, my feelings are, that's how you grow such beautiful flowers. So congratulations for that, because we all don't
Yeah,
have
well, thank you. But I know they know they're going to be offered to you. So maybe that's another subtle element that make them bloom.
Yeah, that is true. But pure feeling and bhavana,
That's
very,
true.
very. In Bhakti Marg, they say true devotion. Some people think bhakti is only worshipping, but devotion is a good quality of bhakti and bhavana, and they call it both. That means I have true devotion and pure feelings. So it could be towards any person, it could be towards God, but it has a lot of power, a lot of energy.
Another form of, when I think of what is Baba really doing, and he says sometimes that he does a lot through us. And I was wondering, what is your experience when you know that Baba is using you, that you are being used, that Baba is with you? is there any difference also between when you're more in a corporeal form or serving through an angelic stage or in the incorporeal stage? Do you find there's a difference how Baba sometimes you feel is using you in those different stages?
Thursday evening message, right? That even if Baba has to work, it will be through your mind. If Baba either, or if someone else will say it. And today we had few hours discussion on that. So I was kind of went back many years ago when I had a lot of this, as if Baba is now telling me to do this. And it was my thought. Now, most of the people will say, how do I discern that they are my thought or is Baba's thought? That means even God has to work through my thoughts, right? So definitely that's how we have to keep our thoughts very pure and not too engaged into, I have to do this, I have to plan this. Day and night, my intellect is there. But allow God to, like I'd been thinking about, He has His plan, drama has its own plan, and I also plan. But how can it be that it really matches properly? That my thoughts are also according to God's plan, according to drama plan. So Dadi Prakashmani had that. She will come in the morning and you all remember that she will say, why I get pure thought. So we used to wait to hear her thought, right? So one time she said, my thought is to have 5,000 Brahmins together. So we got Peace Park. And then I want 100,000 gathering in Ahmedabad. It happened within 3 weeks. So is it that it had to happen that she thinks, or is it her thought made it happen?
Or is it Baba also using her?
Yeah. So it's very subtle that it is Baba or drama had to happen and she gets the thought. So she was so aligned with drama and Baba. It matched that she thought and it happened. So is it her thought power or it had to happen and she got the thought? And of course, credit for that also. So I think three, myself, drama, and Baba, the way internally we work. So that's how Baba, I think it's very secretive way in a way. But I don't know, one time Dadi Gulzar had to go to Delhi and Baba used to come. So she came to Dadi's, I was sitting there. Dadi, 2 days I have to go to Delhi. Oh, you have to ask Baba. That means if his dates will change or not. She said, I already asked. So they said, what did Baba say? That Baba has given me permission. So when I heard that, that means she already got consent in feeling or thoughts that she can go. And then she's asking Dadis and then allowing herself to go. So it's a very beautiful way to take from God and look at drama and then your part you play. And yeah, it's something we all have to think about and how closely we work with God. And as much closely you work, that's how He will use you. In all over world, there is this question about why anyone is selected to be responsible for yajna or whatever. I also keep thinking that there must be somewhere we are closely working with God, that God trusted us with such tasks to take care of His family or yajna or whatever. So more and more I am just thinking that what one has to do is to stay close to God and let Him use us in whatever way. Instead of my planning for surveys, plan programs, we have to do that, but more closely taking directions from Baba and then do it. So this way our yoga will be good, our everything will be more powerful, right? So what he does and why through someone, not other one, is a very interesting, deep relationship of trust between us and God. If God trusts, they trust me or not. And if trust, on basis of what? What is the quality that he trusts? So it's good to churn on these aspects and enjoy them and we feel close to Baba. So today we had little chit chat with sisters here. I said, let's go a little bit higher, little bit above. Then just we are very much caught up sometimes into whole physical. Don't allow ourselves to experience something higher. So I wanted them to, and everyone's intellect now is working for what I have to do, how to be close to God, how to listen to Him. When He is talking to me through my thoughts, how do I know that He is doing that? So I think our intellect has to be pure. And
yeah, I like that very much. This it resonates with the experience I was having this morning at Amedvela, and it was for a long time I thought Maryadas were for actions. And this morning I was really feeling like a circle around my mind. And as soon as I started to remember something, it's as if I told my mind, no, stay within the circle. And I realized that Maryadas are also for the mind, not to go outside. And I was thinking, I want to stay in that little circle with Baba. And if I stay close to him, nothing will happen, just things will be safe. And it was the first time I thought Maryadas to be for the mind, not just for what to do, what not to do. So it's really like you were sharing, like stay that close to Baba that, he can use my mind also. But the mind has to remain pure and not to be mixed with anything else.
it seemed like, Baba says in Murli that Sita, this circle was drawn and was told not to go out. And this devil had to change form of a saint. And generally in India, they believe if you have saint at a door, you can't refuse giving, something. And she stepped out. And same is like, it's mental, no? First she disobeyed, even in a good reason, But once she disobeyed, she was just out, separated from God. So these little stories help us to understand. And as you said, it's just the realization that boundary is also for the mind. We always think it's for external principle of purity, but it's really more staying in the circle of God. It's very good word. Beautiful.
I'm sure that you brought very, very beautiful tolis from Madhuban. How many suitcases of tolis did you bring?
Many, many.
Many, yeah, I'm sure. And more will be coming, I'm sure, after you also.
So there is laddu of nuts.
Nice.
Because a lot of people are becoming vegan and this is vegan, it's from dates. So no dairy, no wheat has become like, even in Bandara these days when you go to eat, right, you must have noticed, no? Yeah. When you went with your guest, the way they put the food out, gluten-free, dairy-free, and a lot of people stayed more healthy this year than every year. Could be water, but also food was. So tolis are also. No, I was telling them that why they use so much milk there. So much milk to make milk tolis, Said even chickpeas, besan, tolis are also healthy. They don't have to have, so.
Maybe anyway. Why we remember rivers of milk flow in Madhuban.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, Mohini Didi, very nice to be with you.
I take my flowers, they are beautiful. Really.
Okay. Lots of
Even
love.
the leaves are beautiful too.
Lots
Thank
of love.
Thank you.
See you very soon.
Oops.
Shanti, thank you. So tomorrow is Sunday and our schedule from Amritula 3:30 a.m. to 4:45. Tomorrow 6 o'clock, but meditation will start at 6 o'clock, followed by Hindi Sakar Murli, followed by meditation. Bhog offering will be happening after, because tomorrow Mohini Didi will be offering bhog. So English Avik Murli, and then Bhog offering at 9:30 in Harmony House, and Avikti Parivar will be joining. Actually, this was announced in whole region, so all the centers will be joining with us in Avikti Parivar. And then in the evening, 6 o'clock, Bhatti will start, followed by Spotlight Drishti sharing, Hindi series, English series, and chat. Now let's remember Baba and take Drishti from Didi.
प्रभु मिलन की मस्तियों में झूमता मन गा रहा। प्रभु मिलन की मस्तियों में झूमता मन गा रहा। पाना था जो पालिया अब और क्या बाकी रहा। पाना था जो पालिया अब और क्या बाकी रहा। प्रभु मिलन की मस्तियों में। साथ में भव से पार लगा दे नैया स्वर्ग दे सौगात में जो स्वर्ग दे सौगात में
एक समंदर प्यार का है आँखों में लहरा रहा
पाना था जो पा लिया अब और क्या बाकी रहा
प्रभु मिलन की मस्तियों में झूमता मन गा रहा
पाना था जो पा लिया अब और क्या बाकी रहा पाना था जो पा लिया अब और क्या बाकी रहा
पाना था जो पा लिया अब और क्या बाकी रहा
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.